Snoople the Boople. Snoop Dogg is homophobic.
Were you the one that didn't know that?
I think we were talking about it this weekend. I'm not surprised by it. I'm not shocked. Usually the gang life in LA is not particularly pro-gay. So I think when you really think about like where Snoop Dogg came from, like it's not that not that it's not appalling, but it's not surprising.
So Rachel, long time no see. It's been
87 years.
A day.
Yeah, it's been like 12 hours since I saw you. Might even be like 24. No.
More than that.
It's been a little more than that.
Yesterday, 7-ish a.m. Yeah.
32?
Semantics.
Is that a day and a half? I don't know math.
Do we have any better preamble?
No,
it's been about, I remember, 30 hours? 32?
I have the preamble of, I don't
32,
think I
32.
really told you or Brittany this, but I got a concussion before I came down.
You drove with a concussion?
Yeah. I gotta be honest with you, the whole way down, I was like, I probably shouldn't be doing this. And then back up was mostly fine.
You absolutely shouldn't have been doing it. What are you talking about?
It's okay. We can move on.
It's not okay.
We can move on. It already happened.
You rolled the dice and happened to get a good number. That's not a good thing.
I rolled a natural 20. It was fine.
That's not a nat 20. That's not a nat 20.
I thought, Brittany's like, you should have at least checked in on your drive more. I was talking to somebody on the phone like the whole time.
You're also speeding to get here, so like I was like, I'm not gonna text her because she won't text back.
No, I wouldn't have because I was driving.
Exactly.
And I was extremely invested in Dungeon Crawler Carl when I was not on the phone.
Hey, I get it.
Anyway,
I'm sure you're past Brittany now.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think I'm like an hour or two from the end because for the first couple hours of my drive back, I did not listen to Dungeon Crawler Carl. I just did music. Anyway, the point of this story was to not garner your disappointment in my life choices. But to
you should have had a stronger start, I think, would have stopped that. But
a stronger start
like maybe,
in what regard?
No, maybe like, oh, I didn't have a stroke when I was driving down there.
Well, I didn't. I didn't have a stroke driving down or driving up.
Sorry.
So.
No, yeah, you're right. It was a concussion. No,
It was a concussion. Sorry, I confused it for a stroke. My apologies.
No, it's because I was just reading about Donald Glover having had a stroke.
He had a stroke?
Yeah.
Isn't he a youth?
He's like, he's a little older. Like
I feel like that's early for a stroke. Yeah, but if you had a stroke, I'd be like, this isn't okay.
I mean, if I had honestly, I'm like, wake up and I'm like, am I going to have a stroke today or is it tomorrow?
Let me decide. It's always tomorrow.
Oh yeah, Donald Glover's 42.
There's always tomorrow. Also, I love that while we're talking about random shit, Brittany is actively being assaulted by the cat who spent the whole weekend, I feel like, being a sweet little angel baby. And then
he does that.
Just immediately, like an abusive husband starts assaulting you when people aren't in the house.
What I think is crazy is that Brittany says that the cat attacked her, and I just left having put him in the back room with Brittany in the main room. So, like, they were separated. So I don't know.
Do you think she's just
what
making
happened
it up?
There. Maybe.
I think it's all a lie. I think Brittany just wants attention. Because this always happens when we're podcasting.
That's true, yeah. By the way, I'm still editing last week's episode. I did not edit shit on it. Like, I was going through and like every time we're like, oh wow, we should cut this. This is just garbage. And
You're
I'm
just like leave it in.
I'm leaving it in. I kept the cat attack. I kept you bitching about something and getting upset about something. And I'm like, fuck it.
The whole theme of the episode.
I cut down some of the silence to make it so that the listener isn't just sitting there with their hands on their dick. But I'm like, fuck it.
Yeah, that's all I expected you to cut out was just the silent parts, not our actual talking, because most of that was entertaining. So
yeah, but I mean, yes, you were here for the weekend and the cats behaved crazy.
Yeah, wild.
I ate a lot of ribs, which should help in my
quest for a stroke.
I say as I'm having a stroke right now.
Were so fucking good. Gamage's been talking about these ribs for years, and I've never had them. So in my head, I could, like, this whole time I was just like, Gamage keeps saying they're good and I trust your food taste. But I was like, also, what if this is just like the thing that you think you're really good at doing? So you're really proud of it, and then they're ass. And then I had them, and they were
what's
great.
crazy is like I was like, I don't know how these ones are gonna turn out because I'm doing a completely different like method and style and stuff, and they still turned out okay.
Yeah, they were
but I was
standing
still,
up.
I cooked them vertically, but I was like, I've been racking my brain like, how do I improve it for next time? And I think that's important when it comes to anything you're good at or anything you're cooking.
Oh God, yeah.
Like even for Ribsgiving, we're still gonna do Ribsgiving. It's gonna be just me and Brittany, so I'm just gonna do a small, modest 2 racks of ribs for us.
Are you gonna vertical them?
Maybe, yeah.
I really love the concept of being like, how'd you cook your ribs? Vertical rack, dog. Vertical rack.
Vertical rack. Well,
Vertical rack for
I don't
life?
have a big enough pan to do 3 like that, so
Yeah.
vertically is how I did it.
No, it was a clever way
But
to do it, and I feel like they turned out swell. Like the one
It
where you
is,
just
but-
did the dry rub, I was impressed with like the crispiness of the rub.
I thought it had a really good bark, yeah.
Yeah, it was
but
fantastic.
I definitely need to figure out the hot spots in my oven because like they did kind of have different internal temperatures.
Yeah.
And like the ones behind the front one cooked way better in my opinion, but the front one was still like, this is solid. This is still just as good as any rib I make.
Yeah, I think my only critique is that the barbecue sauce was really good, and I should have just gotten more. Because sometimes I was like, damn, this shit is tasty.
Smoky Jim's, by the way, best barbecue sauce in the world.
But they were just like fall off the bone. You didn't have to put any work into it, which is what a rib should be, is you just like
Whoa.
bite into it and it schleps off.
I definitely put work in. Like, I think you came out
No,
after
I
I
mean-
had put in the work.
I mean, when you're eating the rib, you shouldn't be
Oh,
like
yes, yeah.
trying to rip flesh off of it. Like there's obviously like when the actual skin is like touching bone sort of a section, you're going to
Yeah.
like pull that skin, like crispy skin off, and that's different. But like when you're actually eating a rib, you shouldn't be like trying to tear the meat away from the bone. And they were perfect in the sense that it just sort of like it schlepped off. That's the word that I'm going to use. That's the adjective.
Well, like rib experts will argue that
Rib
like
experts.
you want rib experts. No, they're a real thing.
I
But you
know,
want to
it's
have it
just
like in
funny.
between. Like you don't want it to be mushy. You don't want it to just be like, because you're not making pulled pork.
Yeah.
You don't want it to just like fall off the bone, but like you want to have ease in eating it. Like you
Yeah.
want to have like a good chew to it.
No, it needs
So,
to
like,
have the
I'm really-
consistency to stay on there. But
Yeah.
once pressure is applied, it can slide off.
Yeah. I think my bark got a little too crispy in my opinion, but I'm gonna work on that for the future.
That might depend on like what part of the rib, because I feel like are you talking specifically for the dry rub or the ones that you put the barbecue sauce on?
Oh, I did dry rub for all of them, but then like at the end I only sauced 2 of the racks.
Yeah.
And then left the third one dry.
The one that was unsauced, the pieces that I had were like primo.
Yeah.
The bark was perfect. Welcome to We Have That Podcast at Home, the only podcast to serve you hot garbage every single week and call it something else. I'm on brand Rachel.
And I'm on brand Gamage. And that's another thing is that we fucking inhale deviled eggs at every Halloween party. But this year we left like 20 of them because we were just so obsessed with all of the other amazing food that we brought. It's crazy. Like,
You know what's insane? Normally,
Yeah?
on a normal year, we would come back to this podcast and I would just be talking about the deviled eggs. Brittany, I'm sorry because they're fucking phenomenal. I didn't even think about them today. And I don't mean that as an insult. It's a compliment to Gamage's
but
ribs.
like the deviled eggs are incredible too. But like Britt was even like,
they're fucking mind blowing.
should I do like the normal this amount or like double that? And I said fucking double it, and I ended up throwing a lot of them away because you don't eat leftover deviled eggs. They make you sick.
In a dream, I eat leftover deviled eggs. The problem is they sit for so long that if you
Yeah.
like eat a deviled egg the next day, you're really playing with fire.
You are, yes, it is fire. Napalm even for your butt.
Butthole napalm, yeah.
And each week we spin a wheel to find out the genre of next week's podcast. But we didn't do that last week because we are in
It's
Dinocember.
Dinocember. Dinocember. It's the first episode of Dinocember.
And we are starting Dinocember off. Quick, I wanted to clarify with you, Rachel, because I texted you earlier, add the dumb shit you wanted to talk about. And I wanted to clarify that it wasn't in regard to me thinking your thoughts are dumb, but it was that everything in this movie is dumb.
I thought it was because
movie.
I write shit that's stupid, and then we're stuck talking about the stupid thing longer. And this was the first time you ever invited me to add more of my stupid things to this stupid thing.
Untrue.
Is what
I do it every
took
week.
That as
every movie. No, it's on the top of the movie notes too. It says talking points or references. Put something in here, or I'm not covering it.
Yeah, I know. I also keep forgetting that we're doing that. But I gotta be honest with you. Gamage. You know how there's this phenomenon that when a movie's really terrible or it's good, I pay way too much attention to it, and then when it sits right in the middle, I glaze over like a fucking turkey on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
That's what happened. Like, you explicitly were like, can you pay more attention to this because I didn't do this shit?
See now.
And I was like, I can't even, like, supply you with this right now.
That is incorrect because the scale that we've figured out movies is that, like, we got a good movie, Death of a Unicorn, to bad movie, Troll 2, is like, that, it's so bad we could talk about it. Mm-hmm. And then the in-between is Twitches, where we don't have a lot to say about it. But this movie is clearly far worse than anything I've ever seen. It's not even on the scale.
You think it's worse than Twitches?
I think it's worse than Troll 2 and Twitches. I think that this movie is so bad that it wraps around into, like, not really paying attention to it. Like, normally we like to talk about the background characters or, like, the one-liners, but the movie is nothing but bad one-liners. That's all it ever is. Everything's got to be a stupid dino pun, and I'm like, I get it.
Maybe here's the phenomenon I think we're dealing with. Maybe what happened is because it's all just one-liners, I really wasn't paying attention, and therefore it gives the illusion of being an okay film because I wasn't actually absorbing any of it.
I watched it a couple times. So, by the way, movie, yeah, you should have. The movie we watched is. Can I finish, Rachel?
Yes.
Can I finish? Can
yes.
I finish?
Yes.
Hey, can you come over here for a second? Come over here.
Yeah. What's up?
When I'm talking, can you just let me talk?
Wait, can you repeat that one more time? I didn't hear it.
I just want to talk. I just need to talk, and, like, I don't know what I have, but I've got something, and I can't remember the things when I'm talking, and then I forget them, and then I have to do this whole weird bit where, like, I take you aside because I'm trying to remember what I was gonna say because I forget about it when I'm interrupted. Can you?
You know what? Cool? You know what? That's totally valid, and I want you to know I'm here for you, and I apologize, and I will be more.
Are you gonna let me finish?
I'll be more conscientious. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I interrupt you?
Are you gonna let me finish? No, you didn't. All right. Cool. Anyway, so the movie that we watched, by the way, is Adventures in Dinosaur City. 1991, 92. I got mixed fucking results on that. But
1991 or 1992.
Yeah, because I looked at the Wikipedia.
Year isn't even consistent.
Yeah. Well, because, like, one was released on this company, another one was released on another company. But, like, when I looked at the movie, it's like 1992 on YouTube, and I'm like, cool. But then, like, Wikipedia, I think, said 1991. And I'm like, you already lost me. Like, it even, like, one of the characters, I think, is a protoceratops, but the Wikipedia says that it's a triceratops, and I'm like, clearly not. And then in the movie, they even say, like, the protoceratops over there. Like,
yeah, I was like, so I don't know, specifically say.
I don't even know what to think anymore. This movie is so unorganized, and I mean, you did pay attention. You got the beats, right? Like, you got the beats and, like,
I got the gist.
Some of the lines happening.
Yeah, I got the gist. I definitely hit a point where, like, after the third really fucking long, useless fight scene, I was paying, like, the ending. I missed the ending. Like, I got it, but
That's fair.
Like, I didn't get it. You know what I mean? I was there. I was present. I watched it. I know the gist of what happens, but I have no special notes about the end because I was like, God, please put me out of my misery.
I will say that Dinocember began as a concept because I couldn't remember if this film existed or not.
That's
So,
why this started.
well, because I'm like, like I have shower thoughts and poop thoughts, and like I'll be silent and bored, and I'll be like, wonder what this is, and like just like random memories in my head, and I just remember this movie kind of. I remember the concept of this movie, and then I'm like, did I make that up? Like that sounds like a stupid movie, and then I'm like, I googled it, and I'm like, weird movie where kids get troned into a dinosaur movie, and then it's just like, yeah, you want Adventures in Dinosaur City. And I'm like, shut the fuck up, that is not real. And then I looked it up, and then I'm like, oh, what about these other dinosaur movies? Like, and I remembered other dinosaur movies from my childhood, and then like I found like, oh, the top 10 worst dinosaur movies of all time, and all of the movies I was thinking of are on that list. So I'm like, I think we're gonna do Dinocember. It's gotta be Dinocember, right?
I love that Dinocember became you researching a poop thought.
Yeah, I mean, Rachel, a lot of this
You're
podcast.
like, I need to deep dive into reality.
Look.
No, I know that basically this whole podcast is just us researching poop thoughts, but it's just funny to say out loud.
Rachel, the entire episode of the pen, pineapple, apple, pen guy was because I was having a poop thought going, does this song have deeper meaning? And I looked up pineapple symbology, Rachel, okay?
And I love that for us. It went swell. I really adored pineapple, apple, pen, whatever the fuck it is, deep dive.
And I like that we're fucking like riffing for time here because I don't have a whole lot on this movie.
No,
I mean,
God, no. I'm so glad that we've been carrying on other conversations because I have little to talk about.
I wrote this whole thing and then I'm like, well, what does the Wikipedia plot says? And like the Wikipedia plot is like almost the exact same. It looked like I took the Wikipedia article and put it through ChatGPT to just change the words around. Because that's...
I guarantee you my plot thing that I took notes on is not like that. Because I took the world's shittiest notes.
All right. I have no idea when you're going to talk and what you're going to talk about. Because I do have the notes up, and I'm going to go down that list and like...
That's fine. I'll interrupt you when I feel like it. So it'll
Great,
be the usual.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
The whole reason we have this here is to stop that, but...
I know. I'm sorry. I keep forgetting that we're doing that because we're very consistent for a bit, and then we fell off, and now my brain's like, nope, we've given up.
Do you have a document where you have a document where you put your movie notes on?
Yeah, I usually take notes on my phone while I'm watching, and then I will email them to myself. Not really. I draft them to myself.
Yeah, just put in the title there, like, because I do that too. Like, I put in the title, like, put in notes, like, later, because I have my S notes, which is different than my movie notes.
Yeah.
But so before we begin, I have a very important question to ask you, Rachel, about this movie, Adventures in Dinosaur City.
Oh my God, that's so funny. I have a very important question for you too. What's yours first?
So I'm aware that I ask this question like all the time in these movie reviews, but Rachel, who is this movie for?
Don't
say kids.
I know. When we started this movie, I was like, it's gotta be for kids. And then rapidly, it came to my attention that could not possibly be true. So I don't know. Teenagers? That's the only, like, people that I'm like, it would be vaguely appropriate for you to watch this. And even that's a real big stretch. What are your guesses, Gamage? That's not my question, but I just want to do it. And you?
So movies and TV shows that are like normally for kids / family are usually like age appropriate with like little nuggets of like hidden jokes and like hidden sequences that are like, oh, the parents get that because they know, but the kid wouldn't pick up on that. But like this shit was like the kid is watching it. The kid is picking up on it. What is your question?
This movie had the energy of Buckaroo Banzai with its like age ambiguity.
I have
not nearly as weirdly quality as Buckaroo Banzai. How much was the budget for this film?
Girl, I don't know. I tried to look it up. I couldn't find it.
I was going to say, after you said 1991, 1992, I was like, I bet you he can't find it. Also, side note, did I tell you that somebody I know met Peter Weller, and he has an art history degree?
Oh, no way. Who's Peter Weller?
The guy who plays Buckaroo Banzai.
Oh, yeah,
and
yes,
RoboCop.
Duh, I knew that, but I have a weird. It's like I have a big hard drive, but my RAM is like very low. So like it's like I don't. You haven't visited this website in a while, so I don't know what it is. I do the same thing with bands too, where I'm like, oh, I don't know this band, but then it's just like, oh no, I have like 3 of their albums and I love them and listened to them for a full year. But since it's been like a minute,
Yeah,
they're
I've
out of
fully
my
forgotten.
memory.
No, I absolutely do that too, where somewhere in my brain are all of these things that I've like done and learned about, and then until it's like you've like given me enough breadcrumbs to get back to that file, nah, I know nothing. It doesn't exist.
It also makes you look crazy too, because you're like, I don't know, but then like you're reminded and then you just go off on the center. Oh no, yeah, I know that because of this and then this and it's almost like you're like trying to prove that you did actually know what the fuck you were talking about, and you're like overcompensating at that point. Brains are stupid. Why do we have them?
It's almost like a weird like gaslighting experience where you're like, I've never heard of that in my life. And then you're like, actually, here's everything about it from A to Z from the 1800s to 2025.
And then when you're done, they're like, why did I? Okay, so you already said everything. That was what I was going to say. So
and we're done here now. Great
relationships
conversation.
are hard.
Yeah, they are.
Let's get into the movie, eh?
Hey.
The film begins with what I believe is 3 teenagers. There's like Timmy, who's like a young, almost preteen, and then his friends Jamie and Mick, who I believe are just adults. They're not teenagers even a little bit. Jamie is the classic stereotype of like ugly girl with ponytail and glasses and a retainer, and then Mick is like an uncool goob, and Timmy's just a controlling asshole. That's the character types you got.
Yeah, pretty much.
So
it's a good description. Appropriate.
So the movie starts with Jamie, who's like reading her story. She's trying to become like an erotic dinosaur novelist because she's like talking about a romance story with like dinosaurs macking on each other. And I don't know.
My favorite part of the beginning of this is we've had the trope of somebody reading to a child at the beginning of a movie multiple times. I've just never really seen it as like what is supposed to be, I think, like a 17-year-old girl reading to a 17-year-old boy and perhaps a 12-year-old boy about dinosaur porn. This was a plot twist that I wasn't expecting straight out of the gate.
Yeah, man, it's kind of weird.
Just a bit.
And they are bantering back and forth and with like dino puns like hornhead and you're pulling my tail because they're obsessed with dinosaurs. That's their
totally
personalities.
Volcanic, Gamage.
Yeah, specifically a cartoon called Dinosaurs. Like they even have it, they do the dance when the intro comes up. Meanwhile, Timmy's parents are being hugely successful scientists. Oh, I did write that. I didn't mean to, but
hugely successful scientists.
They are scientists who are working.
You put that because I just put science happens and nothing else about it.
Yeah, but I maybe I was being sarcastic when I wrote hugely successful scientists, but then I never got to follow up the joke.
I mean, they kind of are in a way, sort of. I also, at this point in the film, we're like 2 minutes in, and I wrote there's a catastrophic amount of dinosaur puns. Like, this is too far.
We're not even at the dinosaur land either yet.
I'm sorry, to go into the interrupting you because I didn't put my fucking notes on the project presentation. The beginning when she's telling her like smutty fucking story, the younger kid, Timmy, snatches her diary and pretends to read a diary entry where he's like, oh, and Jamie's into Mick or Mike or whatever the fuck his name is and wants to kiss him.
That is correct. That does happen.
Mick snatches the diary and is like, oh, it's just dinosaur porn. None of it's a diary entry about him. And I thought that shit was so funny. And that's probably the last time I laughed during this film.
So, his parents are being scientists, and they're working on technology to
hugely
teleport
successful things
through a television. And they don't. The reasoning is never really explained, but they teleport an orange, so they have to go to the science expo immediately. I don't know what they're doing.
Image. They're doing hugely successful science. They're busy.
So they leave Timmy home alone, and the most parenting they do is to tell him not to watch cartoons, and that the only quote in this movie I recorded, "A boy your age should be out splitting atoms," which is the worst thing a scientist could say.
Yeah, no, that's fucked. He was like, a boy your age should be making atomic bombs. Get to it.
Boy your age should be committing nuclear war crimes.
We should have at least 3 more Hiroshimas. You're already 13. What? Papa? High expectations.
So they leave, and Timmy decides that he and the gang should watch Dinosaurs on the big science television in the garage lab. The expected happens, and they get unceremoniously troned into the Dinosaurs VHS. You notice I keep saying sours.
Yeah.
Sours. That's what they call it. So they get teleported into the VHS. They get dropped into a lava factory. I think they don't explain what it is, but there's like a reactor and it makes lava, I guess.
I think it's supposed to be almost like a nuclear reactor. Like nuclear power, but lava?
That's
Because the whole premise is like, if you remove the fucking
fuse,
the fuse, the battery that's like keeping this whole thing together, we're all gonna now be covered in lava, which feels very nuclear power plant-esque.
Yeah. So they meet. They see Forey. His name is Forey. He is.
I love how upset you are by that. His name is Forey.
He's a flightless Ramphorhynchus. I don't know what kind of dinosaur. It's a pterodactyl, but smaller and dumber and stupid, and I hate it.
Teeny. Like a large bat, basically.
Very much so. Later on in the movie, he's actually sleeps with bats. It shows it. He's getting bullied by a gang of cavemen called the Rockies. They steal the fuse for the lava factory that's going to cause a lava meltdown, and then they take it back to Mr. Big, who's an Allosaurus bad guy. The Rockies have a weird, like, Long Island accents for some reason, and one of the cave women was, like, walking away, and Forey is staring at her ass and goes, like, hubba hubba, or some shit, because it's that movie.
Yeah, it gets weirder, too. Can't wait.
Oh, boy. The teens have extensive knowledge of this world because they're fucking nerds. So they convince Forey to guide them to Tar City to find the quote-unquote heroes of a TV show, being a T-Rex named Rex and a Triceratops named Tops. Wiki says it's a Triceratops, though I'm pretty sure he is a Protoceratops because he doesn't have horns at all. He just has the fucking flat bullshit.
Also, Rex felt a lot more like a velociraptor to me the entire time.
No, because velociraptors are like chicken size. If anything, he's like an iguanodon.
No, okay, hold on.
Maybe a Carnotaurus?
I understand that in reality, velociraptors are much smaller than depicted in many movies. But if you're using Jurassic Park, which is like a media reference point, he looked like just a fucking Jurassic Park velociraptor. Like,
this is pre-Jurassic Park. This is pre-Jurassic Park, so
okay,
you can't even use that.
Jurassic Park fucked up because they followed this bitch. And they got the type of dinosaur wrong.
We all know that Jurassic Park got a lot of things wrong, but I mean, I thought you were going to be like, to be fair, dinosaurs also aren't people and wear jackets and smoke and gamble.
Dinosaurs
and I was
don't wear hoodies and gamble.
But no, you fucking went off on a weird one where you're like, he's actually a velociraptor. And I'm like, that's incorrect on every level.
You're right. Velociraptors don't believe in gambling. I should have known. I do love when they're on the path to Tar City. Fucking the tiny pterodactyl bat creature, whatever the fuck.
Sorry.
Yeah, he's just like, dames are all alike. They all drop you eventually because fucking Jamie accidentally dropped him because she's cradling him like a baby.
Yeah.
I think that's the only quote that I quoted from this movie because I was like, so he's a racist and a misogynist because up until this point, he's been like, what are you pink fleshy bitches doing? Minus bitches. He did not say that. I added that. That was his tone.
So they go through a dino graveyard and a swamp where like a giant snake almost eats them. Sorry, I mean a really close-up shot of an actual regular snake that's kind of cute. Like it's not even menacing.
Also, define what you mean by almost eat them.
I know, because like they're like, oh no, like it just shows a snake face, like close up shot. Like it's not a boa where like the face is kind of angular and like, oh no, menacing. It's just like a garter snake, like, hello.
No, it's straight up a cute snake. It was a cute snake, and all that it did was just sort of like sidle into the view. Sidle back out. Like that was it.
It's in view of camera, and they're like, oh no, and they run away. When I did say it almost ate them, that was completely facetious. It's not even a little true. They just thought it was gonna almost eat them.
No, I don't even think this snake like observed them in any way, shape, and form.
Snakes
he was
famously
just
bad eyesight.
Yeah. Can't see shit.
He didn't flick his tongue. I watched. He didn't.
No, not a single time. He's not tasting. He's not looking for you. He's just fucking enjoying the sun. Don't be rude.
So the kids go to Tartown and enter a bar and find Rex and Tops. And then they're all like, all right, hey guys, it's time to go. Expecting them to just like be up and be heroes. Like, oh yeah, because that's what it was in the cartoon. But they're both busy being the Han Solo scoundrel archetype. It's so exciting that there's two of them. Also in this scene, there's a hooker dinosaur and tiny gremlin bartender dinos.
Yeah. And the hooker dinosaur's like, you boys want to get freaky in her like smoker voice. Yeah. And you're like, what the? This is where I clocked, because there's been like a couple weird offhanded comments until now. This is when I was like, who the fuck is this for?
Yeah.
This is not a child's movie.
There's like a dance scene too where like the hooker dinosaur even grabs Mick and like is like rubbing his head into her boobs, and I'm like, kids, what?
There's also a scene in this same bar where Jamie falls backwards and another dinosaur like catches her, but fully by grabbing her boobs. He's like, I've stabilized you, honk honk. Goodbye.
So what I was going to get at is that this movie like has the potential to be a good movie. Like there's some care put into like the costumes and stuff, and like it's charming. Like I feel like the budget wasn't that low for this kind of movie.
No,
like
the
there's something
costumes are
here.
like kind of good. Like they're not bad at all.
But
in
like
comparison to like other things that we've seen, like these aren't terrible.
Absolutely, yes. Especially like Troll 2. Like this movie, effect-wise, way above Troll 2.
Yeah.
But the dialogue and story is the worst. It's so busy stumbling over itself, trying to one-up every dino pun that it makes after itself. There's not a single genuine conversation in this movie. It's incapable of maintaining a tone.
Hey, there's one genuine conversation. When they go up to Rex and Tobbs, and they're like, hey, come save the day. And then they're like, what? Nah. And then they berate them for, like, they do a psychological analysis of everything that's wrong with them. And that felt genuine.
It was definitely like we're reciting the Wikipedia article in our head, too.
It was so fucking, to speak to your, like, this is poorly fucking written. Could you imagine going up to somebody you've never met before and being like, hey, do you want to come save the day? And then being like, no. And then you being like, your mother never fucking loved you and that's why you're a coward. Like, oh my God. Hello to you too.
That's just Tuesday for me, girl. So, some Rockies show up.
Do you get called to action to save the world a lot?
Quite often, yeah.
No. Okay.
I mean, I don't. I did a couple times and then like look around right now. That's why I stopped. Like why would I do that again?
Yeah, that's fair.
So some Rockies show up to be like the jockey douches and start a bar fight. Mick, as it turns out, is really good at punching, I guess. Because he's like, wow, and in the fight,
these
Jamie,
guns are loaded, I think is what he says.
That is too, yeah.
It's so bad. It's like he's like got a taste for blood.
Jamie loses her glasses and even like does like I can't see without my glasses. They get stepped on, by the way, and that gets over pretty. She goes the rest of the movie without her glasses and sees just fine. I don't know.
Yeah, never once is it an issue that she doesn't have her glasses. So I don't really know why this was a thing.
Also, this is a little bit of a bounce around, but she also loses her ponytail before this and then takes her retainer out later, which makes her entire growth I'm pretty now that I've removed the ugly accessories. And
Hey, She has one other thing that happens.
If you're talking about, I was just about to say, the sexualization of this teenager is atrocious.
That is not what I was talking about. She starts beating people up.
I mean,
she has a similar taste for blood. I want to hit people now. Discovery that Mick has. And then I think there's a weird little jealousy thing between them of they're like, well, I wanted to hit that person. No, I wanted to hit that person.
But it's also right after she like is trying to seduce them. Like that's what I'm talking about. I don't care if she hits people. This is a dinosaur action kids movie. That's going to happen.
No, that part. No, you were just saying this is the only like growth that she's had, and I'm like, no, she starts beating people. That's kind of a thing.
That's not growth. That's regression. Because she's acting like a caveman.
I think that was the point. I think that's everybody's arc was becoming cavemen.
No, not Timmy. Timmy gets a
he's just
TV
a
remote
douche.
and becomes God.
Yeah, I guess that's
We're
true.
bouncing around a lot, but I mean, this is
Anyway.
what happens when you don't consolidate your notes, Rachel.
This is also what happens when you watch a terrible fucking film.
Oh, Rachel.
If you're listening to this and you're like, oh my God, the chronology is being ruined, go fuck off and watch it yourself.
Like, look, Rachel is wrong and stupid, but she is right about this, is that the movie does suck, and it doesn't deserve us having organized notes. It doesn't.
No, not at all. I don't even feel, Gamage, usually if I come unprepared and I inconvenience you, I do actually genuinely feel bad about it. I don't give a fuck about today. This movie is meaningless in the grand scheme of life.
Like, I didn't edit the last week's, like, this week's episode gets posted in, like, a day. I still have to edit it, but, like, we spent the whole weekend doing shit, and then Rachel drove off, and I'm like, goodbye, and I went to work. And then somewhere in that time between her driving off to Seattle and me working, I had to watch this movie and put together this episode. So, like, we had no time to do this, but that's okay because this is the perfect movie to do that on. It's a shit movie. It's, fact checker, what's this movie rated?
I think we put in almost as much effort as the writers did.
I think we did a little bit more. No, because I guarantee that they spent a weekend at least, because I'm sure that they were trying to come up with every dinosaur pun they could have.
You're right.
And then ran out and had to get high.
Pig.
Not the PG reading. I'm talking like the out of 10
Rotten
through like
Tomatoes?
Rotten Tomatoes, Metacritic, all that shit. 4.8 on IMDb.
That's
I don't
actually
believe that.
Shocking.
That's way higher than I was expecting. I was like,
it's fucking
it's gonna be
crazy.
2. We've watched movies that IMDb's been like 3 on, and like they weren't that bad. But also IMDb says Miss Marvel is like a 2 out of 10, and that's objectively incorrect as well.
Well, that's because people just hate women. It's different.
Yeah, see,
in this
that's
one, we
probably why
demoralized women, which is why it gets a 4.8.
Every woman in this movie.
Yeah, true facts, actually. Except for maybe the science mom? I don't know if she's wildly sexualized in any way.
I do think she's younger. I do think she's the youngest female actress in this, though, including the teenage girl.
That's actually so fucking horrifying. I do think she gets a lab coat that's like shapes, so that it's not hiding that she's a woman. So that might be a thing.
So Rex and Tops agree to go to Sour City to help with the lava thing. They go to Forey's house, and Timmy talks about his home world while Mick and Jamie make out. Whatever. Forey sleeps upside down with bats. That was more important than the making out part.
Yeah, well, they glossed over that generally.
But I glossed over it. They did too. So Rex reveals that his father betrayed the Sours when he surrendered Sour City to Mr. Big.
Gamage, you missed my favorite part of this film.
That's 2.
What? My favorite parts?
That's 2 retconning the notes.
Well, I was trying to say something
them.
before, and then you technically interrupted me, so then I had to stop saying it.
Don't make it my fault. All right.
No,
Tell me
this
your
is
favorite
100%
thing.
my fault. When they get to Forey's
But this is your
house or
favorite
whatever
thing,
the fuck,
and you won't get another.
That's fine.
Because this is your favorite thing.
No, this was my favorite part of the movie.
Okay.
This is
All
actually, earlier I was like, I don't think I laughed again. I do think I laughed at this, because it was silly.
It's fine because I think the rest of the movie is like literally 5 minutes anyway. Like after this point, the whole movie's 5 minutes long.
Unfortunately, not true in reality, but true in my mind. Because, yeah, same. I was like, yeah, fuck, everything's just kind of happening. Who cares? No, when you get to Forey's house, he like calls over a firefly, and then the firefly's doing that thing where it's like,
Dude, I forgot about that.
and then
yeah, okay, actually, yeah.
Normally when this happens in a movie, you'll just have somebody speak back to them, like in the the language that's being spoken in the movie. So in this case, English. So it'd be like, oh, that's how your day went. Instead, the little firefly goes, and then Forey goes, ba 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 ba, talk back to the firefly.
I will give it to you. I think it's because I watched that part, and then the second time I was like trying to like get my notes together. I was like skipping. Like I'm like, all right, we're here. Skip. I don't care. I did skip that part, but that might be worth admission alone. Is just
like genuinely thought that was like worth a giggle, because normally it gets glossed over in a different way, and I was like, this is objectively like a different way to address this, and I actually like this better.
The concept that there is in the lore, like this movie sucks and the lore sucks and all that, but the fact that fireflies have a language and you could learn it to talk to fireflies, that's a thing in this world.
Yeah, that's
like the only cool takeaway from this movie. I'll give you that.
That's fucking it. And my favorite part is he has this little conversation, because it goes on for longer than it probably should have, and then at the end he's like, stop talking to me, go do your job. It's like, what an unceremonious fucking ending to this weirdly cute scene.
How funnier would this movie have been is if the fireflies came up and did the burr, 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 and he spoke Spanish back to them.
Just speak Spanish to the fireflies and the bats that are carrying him around his house. Also, what a lazy bitch. He has okay, so the whole premise for Forey, like his whole life thing, is that he loses his like confidence in flying when the power cell gets taken or some shit like that.
Well, apparently it's earlier in his story that we don't even see. Like they say like, oh, we know that you're afraid to fly. Like that's
but
his
it's
character
all in your head.
From an earlier point that we don't see, so it's pointless.
Okay, so I thought it happened at the beginning of this movie, so then when he had a little fucking elevator where bats take him up to his house, I was like, that's fucked up. You've had like a day of this problem, and you were like, I need to install this so my manservants can carry me.
No, it is a thing that's ingrained into him like before the movie even started.
Okay, I didn't know it was like a trope of his character, but I got it.
I think that's another big problem with this movie is that like this whole world is based on like an IP in this world that like we don't have access to. So every little thing that it feels like they're referencing is like we're alienated on. Is like, oh wow, it's Tar City, and Tar City, and we're like, I don't know, man.
I don't. I truly do not.
Yeah, it's like if you were to like take your cousin out to like the Power Ranger movie, and they're like, "Oh, that's the White Ranger," and you're like, "Yeah, that it is. He's white."
Yeah,
I'm really glad you brought me here.
To an introduction that we got to this was they watched the like title slide and like character introduction to the cartoon, so that we like kind of know the characters that we're being introduced to, and that's it. We don't know shit about them past that.
And by the way, that wasn't even enough, because like that was the intro cards. We're like, it goes so fast, and you're like, was I supposed to remember anything? Was I supposed to gloss anything from that?
Well, no, when the intro card played, I was like, I don't know why this is going on for so long, because I didn't think it was fucking necessary information. So I was just confused.
It's also all like clearly just Flintstone sequences that they just drew over.
They literally make a Flintstones reference too.
They do it like once. They say something about.
They say Tops is Barney. Like Rex is Fred and Tops is Barney. They make
something like
a comment about that.
It ultimately is pointless, just like this movie.
Just like this conversation.
I said, the rest of this movie is like the notes I have down. I have like fucking 8 lines. I think it's like.
Wait, for the rest of this film?
You can pull.
Do you
want
to switch notes?
No, because it doesn't matter.
No, you're right. It doesn't.
Look, we're already at 50 minutes. We spent enough time. So
you're like, we're done here. I do have a question for Fact Checker before you continue talking, because this is not relevant for the rest of this. at least chronologically. Who the fuck
Spit it out.
voices Tops, and is it the guy from Seinfeld?
The movie, the when I was watching the movie, I was thinking like, man, I wonder if the guy. I didn't want to put it in my notes because I didn't want to put it out there. As like, man, the guy who plays Tops, he's kind of handsy. I wonder if he has any allegations about him. By the way, like the guy who voices Forey, the little tiny not pterodactyl thing, that's not Paul Rubens. You'd be mistaken, because to me it sounds like he's trying to do a really bad Pee Wee Herman impersonation. But it's not Paul Rubens.
Noted.
Paul Rubens is Pee Wee Herman.
Oh, okay. I was
Mark
this means
Torana,
nothing to me.
he did nothing else.
He periodically, at the beginning of the film, when his character is first introduced, did not sound like Seinfeld. The latter half of the film, I was like, sort of the same situation, different outcome as you. Oh,
I didn't realize
was
you were asking if he was Jerry Seinfeld.
Yes.
Impossible.
Yeah. Well, no, I figured because I was like, this would be ridiculous, but also like this person just sounds like Seinfeld, and I couldn't
really
get it out
bad.
of my brain.
Like nobody in this movie went on to do anything, and like it's bad.
God,
like
no.
if you go to the IMDb page, they either don't have a portrait or it is just the portrait from this movie. That's not a good sign.
No, it's not. You're like, when did you peak? Adventures in Dinosaur City.
So, Rex reveals that his father betrayed the Sours when he surrendered the city to Mr. Big. Rockies come and attack, and Timmy discovers that the TV remote that he brought actually controls reality. So they see this and kidnap him to take him back to Mr. Big. The group, minus Timmy, infiltrate the tower all dressed up as cavemen. And then Jamie has to seduce the guards. And that's fucking weird. But weirdly enough, I at this moment, because they like doll her up and everything, I think Jamie was more attractive with the nerd look than she was.
I did think it was funny.
Like I saw her face and I'm like,
has kind of the opposite effect.
Yeah, like she's like, I'm all sexy now. Like I like to party, she says, which is weird, but I'm like, she has a weird face. Like this doesn't look good. I don't.
Yeah, this
think.
isn't your scene, girl. This isn't your vibe.
Yeah. So then they go on. They find Rex's father, who reveals that he didn't betray the Sours, but he was under mind control potion from Mr. Big. And then
likely story.
He's really broken up about it. He's like in the dungeon. He's just like, I've been holding this cross for so long.
You're like, no, you've just been in jail.
So they go and fight Mr. Big, and it sucks. Like,
yeah, it's bad.
Timmy grabs the remote and fucking deletes him with the TV remote. Blink and you'd miss it. It's so casual and nothing.
Yeah.
Also,
I gotta be honest. I didn't even know that's how that ended. I was like, what even happens? Who's to say?
He grabs the remote and like presses like power or something, and Mr. Big just goes, Brah! And he gets Thanos snapped away. No, the Thanos snap was like higher budget effects.
Well, yeah, they faded away. This was just he ceased to exist, it sounds like.
Yeah. Also in here, the cave woman is fighting Jamie, but then is like, oh, we're friends now after Mr. Big dies. Like, she's totally like, I'm with you guys now.
Oh, you're winning? Cool.
So they realize they can't use the elevator when the fuse gets removed, and they only have so little time to get the fuse back to the reactor. So Forey decides to get over his fear of flying right now and fly it down while Rex's father pushes a single pillar over in the basement so that the tower breaks and falls.
Yeah, it all makes a lot of sense.
But also, like, this is kind of one of those things where it's just like, I can do it. I have to do it. And, like, it's kind of emotional, but he's just like, I guess I'll fly it down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, all no, right, you, wouldn't even know that he has a fear of heights. It's just like, he hasn't flown all movie, and now he's going to glide. Cool.
Like, maybe he had an injury from football, air football, and he's like, my wing is still kind of, I think I could do it. Yeah, I can do it. So they
dumb.
go and they save Sour City, and then Timmy pulls some like, should I stay or should I go, and flip-flops several times, and then agrees to go home, but then like is like, oh, maybe I should stay, but then just goes home. And then Timmy's parents return. The teens take the parents to the garage lab, and they apparently go right back into the TV. So the whole speech about, like, maybe I should stay was fucking pointless. The end.
Yep.
Was there anything in there that you wanted to add?
Yeah, did you clock that when they go to leave Sour City?
Sour City.
Sorry, you're right. It's like sauerkraut. Sour
Yes.
City. Rex picks Jamie up in what I think is a hug, and then he's like, remember, we always have Tar Town, in a very serious voice. But I literally think the only time the two of those characters interacted was when they were in the bar and she was berating him about being a cowardly piece of shit.
Yes.
Like, I don't think they have any sort of acknowledgement of one another outside
No,
of just generally being
absolutely
in the
not.
same fight scene.
Rex's costume does kind of suck. Like, I'm fine with Tops's costume. I feel like Rex's like skin, like they kind of just use the same fabric for both of them, and it kind of sucks. But I notice when in the Tartown bar, when Rex is like turning his head to speak, you could see the human face on the neck. And he's talking with the dinosaur. Like, you could see it. Like, pull up that scene, and you just watch him talk with blah 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 blah, and like his neck is vibrating with a silhouette in it. It's
You
awful.
said in the bar?
In the bar, yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll check it out.
Also, the credits roll and they play a hip dinosaur rap. That's it.
I gotta be honest, the second that movie was over, I was like, I get to live my life again, and I'm done here.
I know, I get it. Like, I gave a sigh of relief and turned to like type in some notes, and then the music started playing, and I'm like, hold up.
What? Hold the phone. What the fuck is this?
It's not good. But it's like, I feel like the entire budget went into like fucking commissioning out a dinosaur hip hop song.
Yeah, that tracks for this.
It was really bad. So Dinocember 1, I mean, all of the movies for Dinocember, they're going to be bad. Maybe next year we'll do good dinosaur movies, but this year, 2025, Dinocember is about the worst dinosaur movies, and I think this has to be the worst one, right?
Ooh, when we're done with December and we hit our end of the year podcast, we should rank which ones we thought, like our personal ranking of which one was the worst. Like best to worst for the ones that we're going to cover in December.
Like the last Dinocember episode, we do that?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Like at the very end. Like,
it'll just be our recap. Yeah.
Rachel, what was your takeaway from this movie?
My takeaway from this movie is that, you know, sometimes when you have an existential crisis and you're like, what am I doing with my life? Is anything that I'm doing meaningful? Just know that everything you're doing is more meaningful than this movie will ever be. And people got paid to make this.
Beautifully done, yeah.
Yeah.
Would you recommend this movie to a friend?
No, I think if I recommended this movie to somebody, it would be because I don't like them.
I mean, I obviously haven't because I've only recommended this movie to you.
No, so that's accurate. It's consistent. Gimmage, when you're not watching terrible dinosaur films, what have you been listening to this week?
So this is a weird one because I discovered it with Rachel in the room with me.
Which one? Because there was a couple.
There is. This one is De La Soul's new album, Cabin in the Sky.
Good
choice. I was playing it while I was cooking, and I was just like, what the fuck is this? It's so good. It's one of those just press play albums, which are always a good welcome in this house. And this one is like nothing short of incredibly special. De La Soul, for the uninitiated, they've been around for a while. Most streamed song ever is my least favorite Gorillaz song, Feel Good Inc. I think that all of their music is better than that one song. I just don't like the Gorillaz song. Like, it's just, A, it's overplayed. B, it's the wrong message for being overplayed a bunch in like a store where you sell shoes. It's like such an anti-capitalism, the system is bad and we should feel bad about it song. But sure, let's overplay it in all of the fucking supermarkets. Wild, wild. I'm getting ahead of myself. This album, Cabin in the Sky, is the first album in like almost 10 years and the first one since the passing of David Joulecourt, which honors him pretty well. I had a hard time reducing this album to just a few songs, and you really should just give it a listen, but I'd have to pick You Don't Stop because it's the perfect first song to set the tone of the album. Cabin in the Sky, which is like the big song of the album, and it faces like mortality in a beautiful way, like how is your kids gonna remember you? And see, I'm still fighting between like three songs.
Yeah, they're
just how it is the one I'm gonna go with. That's a good one.
okay. Those are good choices.
It's a great album. I highly recommend it.
It is a really good album. It's also one of those, I know there's some albums in this world that exist where you can just skip around songs. I think this is one of those ones that you really should listen through the proper way before you start messing with that feng shui. Because it's good.
Like if this album came out a couple months ago, it would definitely be on my top albums of the year list. But like this one's like it came out way too close to the end of the year. Like I don't know if I can marinate enough in it.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like, sorry, I was gonna say I think it may have uprooted somebody for a top spot, but that was when we were doing genres, and since we're doing more of the like elemental take, it's very
vibes.
possible that it might not have knocked anybody off, but I don't know. I'm kind of in that same boat where I'm like, I'm gonna listen to this a lot.
It is a phenomenal album though.
Yeah, it's really fucking good. This week, I have been listening.
Rachel.
Yes.
Who have you been listening to?
Oh, hey Gamage. I have been listening to FKA Twigs.
FAK Twigs?
FKA Twigs.
FKA Twigs. Ah, yes.
Yeah, all capital, FKA, all lowercase Twigs.
Well, how wild would it be if it was FK capital A Twigs?
That'd be weird. FKA Twigs.
So who are they?
Okay, so FKA Twigs is sort of, I looked up their genre earlier, and it's listed as like avant pop, which is, I think, extremely appropriate. Because it's sort of like, it's like pop techno-y, but it has some of that like, I don't know, the best way to describe it is like a bit of that sort of pretentious vibe to it, I guess, but like not in a necessarily bad way. I don't know if that makes sense. I feel like it will when you listen to it, where you'll be like, this makes sense. But like avant-garde pop, I feel like really pigeonholes this shit correctly. So I'm going to stick with that.
I kind of get it, because like the Sparks are considered art pop, and I feel like that's kind of like in the same vein of like, it's always a little weird.
Yeah, like it's a little weird, it's a little funky, it's like sometimes in certain places trying a little too hard to be something, but when it's not, I feel like it's pretty good in like makes your brain go, huh.
A good example of like avant-garde pop would be Art of Noise, if you've ever listened to them before.
I don't think so, but this is also one of those situations where I frequently say that, and then I'm like, I have 3 of their songs saved, so who knows?
Art of Noise? Oh, look up Close. I think it's one where the music video is like in a junkyard, but like it uses like the junk in like the junkyard to kind of make music. It's avant-garde to the max, and this is like in the 80s.
Okay.
Like that is avant-garde, more so than the Sparks, which is more art pop. Because I think there's a spectrum between like avant-garde and art, where like art pop is like you're trying to send a message, and avant-garde is like I have a message but you don't know what it is. I think is an accurate way of saying it.
That actually is a really good way to put that. I have a message and you don't know what it is. Try to figure it out. You can't. You're not deep enough. Anyway, so FKA Twigs, FKA Twigs, FKA Twigs, because it's all lowercase. But they just put out an album. They have like an album that they put out called Eusexua. I don't know if I'm saying that even remotely correctly, but the song from that I want to recommend is Perfect Stranger. And then there's an album called Eusexua Afterglow. That's like, I mean, it's kind of like a follow-up. No, because it's not a deluxe in the sense that a lot of the songs are the same. It's more of a follow-up to that album. But they both came out in 2025.
Oh, is it kind of like a mesmerized and hypnotized System of a Down thing where it's like it's two separate albums that came out at the exact same time, but like actually there might have been like a year difference, but like it's technically like one full experience.
I think so. I think that's the vibe that they're going for. It's avant pop, so probably.
Yeah.
I don't even need to like think about that. Yes, it is. That's what they're going for. But the two songs I'm gonna recommend from Afterglow are gonna be "Wild and Alone," which also features Pink Pantheress, and then "Hard," capital HARD, all caps.
I was about to say, ooh, I love Pink Panthers, but then I'm like, do you?
Do you love Pink Panthers?
Well,
or do I love Pink Panthers?
No, it's me where I'm like, oh, I love Pink Panthers. In my brain, I'm like, do you?
No, I literally think you've recommended them on the podcast.
I have. No, I haven't recommended them, but I have talked about them where I'm like, I really like them in the fact that like the music is so unique and cool, but like I feel like her vocals should be kind of something else.
Okay.
I like her vocals, but I don't think it meshes well in the music that she's doing. Like I don't know. Because her music is like so high octane and like bumping, and like her voice is kind of like a little too juvenile little girl, and I'm like that kind of, I don't know, it kind of clashes a little bit.
I could see
just
where
my
if it's not
opinion.
the right like bumpin' version where that like it wouldn't hit right. I get what you mean. Also, I'm sorry, I just discovered that this artist has another album also called Eusexua. That the album art is very similar, but it's her face is blurred, and all of those are also different songs. And it came out on November 12th, so I'm gonna go need to listen to this one. When did these all... Oh my god, did these come out in concurrent days? No, okay, one came out on January 24th, and then one came out on the 12th, and then the one that I suggested, Afterglow, came out on the 14th. I'm gonna have to listen to these in order. Be like, what story are you telling me? What's going on? There's a lot of music to release in like a month/a year.
Well, whatever it is, you won't get it.
What?
Because it's avant-garde.
Oh, yeah, okay. I already wasn't getting it, see?
That's how avant-garde my comment was.
Yeah,
well,
exactly.
Thank you for being here with
you really
us
channeled
and being
Eusexua.
present.
Thank you for arriving at You've Had This Podcast
I
at
don't say
home.
that.
Where... Thank you for arriving. Somebody sent me
Wholly
I have
unnecessary.
arrived in French the other day, but it looks like the way grammatically it was correct, but the way that it like immediately translates in your head, it looks like I am arrived. And I was like, oh, I don't need to know that.
Well, a lot of languages are like that. Like in German, like you're supposed to say like es geht mir gut when somebody asks how you're doing. Like es geht mir gut means like I've been well. But like you can't say ich bin good, which translates to I've been good, because that means something else in the German language where you're saying that like you're good at like in bed is like kind of how that comes off. Languages are wild.
Grammatical structures in languages are fucking crazy because it is absurd that you can throw out what seems like a direct translation from one language to another, but because it's not grammatically structured the same, it is like what you are saying, where you're saying something just so wildly the fuck different. And then you get into languages where you just pronounce shit a little bit off. And like in French, there's a word, I think it's beaucoup, so like merci beaucoup, where you start trying to say thank you very much, but if you mispronounce it, it's like thank you, you're a horse's ass.
Yeah.
It comes off super sarcastic. And I'm probably not, like, I don't even think that's actually what it is, but it's something like that, where it's like either a little bit insulting or very lewd.
Anybody who's ever dipped a toe into any language knows that, like, oh, there's just, languages are crazy.
They're wild.
And English is probably the hardest, by the way, if you've learned any other language
It's a
ever.
garbage language.
It is not a good language. I mean, I've spent my whole life on it, and I don't even have it down.
No. And you never will, because it's a garbage language.
It changes its rules all the time. I'll be like, I figured it out. And they're like, no.
Just kidding. Yeah, we don't have rules is the problem. Other languages have rules that like never get broken. And then we're like, we have a rule. And then it breaks. The only one
Our
that I
language
think
has rules, but it just fucking pisses on them immediately.
No, that's what I mean. Is like they're not true rules. Like there's no
Yeah.
actual. It's not a hard boundary. The only one that I can think of off the top of my head is like when you say like an apple, you're supposed to like if the item starts with a vowel, it's an, and if it starts with a consonant, it's a.
There
Like
are
a bear,
I have
an apple.
I have none off the top of my head, but there are exceptions to that.
No, I'm sure there fucking are, and that's what's upsetting. That's the only one that I can think of that's like consistent.
Because I've definitely thought of them before, but there's like ones that kind of have like a silent vowel, and it's just like
Oh, you're right. No, you're probably right. If you think of one, text it to me because I haven't been able to think of one.
Like I don't know if this one would count because Y is sometimes a vowel, but like you don't say N year, you say a year. Or like a yak. Like that's one that's not a really good example,
but
there
like
are other
that
ones too.
One counts as a consonant since it does both.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what I'm saying.
Case,
is like
it is a
Y
consonant.
Y is a weird one. So like we
yeah,
can't
no,
really
it
count
is
those.
already fucking it up.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Because you're already going except for Y. Because sometimes it's both.
The fact that we have a letter that's like I'm a little bi-curious, like I guess
I'm a
Y-curious.
little gender queer. I like Y-curious. That was good. That was well done. Anyway, thank you for listening. If you liked what you heard, or you also think that languages are deeply confusing, please like and subscribe on whatever your most favoriteest podcasting place is. If you want us to talk about a thing, or you think you have a dinosaur movie that's worse than what we have on our list, email us at whtpah@gmail.com. That's at gmail.com. You can also follow us on Instagram. Yeah, we might cover it, but I mean, if you think it's not on there, let us know. You can follow us on Instagram at We Have That Podcast at Home, all one giant word spelled correctly, or follow us on Blue Sky at WHTPAH on Blue Sky. And next week, I'm not spinning a wheel because it's just going to be another dinosaur movie. So,
Dinocember number 2. I'm not going to say what it is because I'm going to bounce between a couple and we'll see.
Also, I like the mystery. You just get to show up next week and be like, what awful fucking film am I hearing about this time?
I mean, they'll see the title, but yeah, sure. Goodbye.
Yeah, but I mean, you won't know until next week. I've been Off-Brand Rachel. That's been Off-Brand Gamage. And this has been We Have That Dinosaur at Home.